what's up? And what a day of football, man. Beautiful. Beautiful day of football today. Y'all watch it? Let me know if y'all watch it, man. Let me know if y'all watch it. Nice day of football today. Yes, Arsenal do the damn thing today. You know what I mean? It was a lovely, lovely, lovely day to be an Arsenal fan. What y'all think? What y'all think? Big up your damn self, Matty. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. The mighty Arsenal said, Dennis, I did say 3-0. I told you. 3 points, 3 goals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 3 points, 3 goals. And that is it. Well, I mean, like, they could have not listened to me and score 5. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. They could have not listened to me and score 5. They stopped right at 3. But can't biggest can't be choosers, you know what I mean? 3 goals, 3 points. You know what I'm saying? That is it. That is it. Alex Wong said, congrats on the win. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love. That is it. That is it. It was a game that needed this kind of attention from Arsenal. You get me? I say, yeah, we needed this kind of attention from Arsenal. You get me? Yeah, people remember, like the stream, no man. When you come in at the channel, just like the stream same time, and let's go forward from there. The like of the stream helps. So I heard. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, so just hit the like button. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. Matty said, put some respect on Gyokeres now. 2 goals and assists today. It was all him today. Well, it wasn't all him, but he did fantastic today. You know what I mean? Fantastic. I promise you. I said to myself, I'm like, I was there at work today and I'm like, shit, I owe Victor an apology. I'm like, yo, I owe Victor an apology. Damn. I mean, like, this is the best performance I've seen from him, bro. You get me? This is the best performance I've seen from him. And I must say, he was superb today. You get me? Yeah, man. Victor Gyokeres was superb today. No going around, nothing at all. You know what I mean? He was untouchable today. You get me? And yeah. Um the 3 players, I have those 3 players up that I think that, you know what I mean, brought a difference in the game. You get what I'm saying? Them 3 players that brought a difference in the game was, you know what I mean, the likes of Victor Gyokeres, Saka, and Calafiori. You know what I mean? They were the difference maker in the game. You know what I mean? You can see that Saka is feared. You know what I mean? Saka is well feared. And Calafiori, shit. People, we gotta get into the game, man. We got to get into the game. We got to get into the game. You know what I mean? We got to get into the game. First and foremost, let's start with the starting 11. You know what I mean? Arteta throw a curveball. Arteta throw everybody a curveball. You know what I'm saying? Him throw a curveball because nobody expected to see Miles Lewis Kelly sitting in that 6 instead of Zulmendi. That was not expected. We've been crying for it. You know what I'm saying? We've been crying for it a long time now. I've been telling people that Miles Lewis Kelly needs to sit in that 6 next to Declan Rice. Miles Lewis Kelly is a good dribbler going forward, just as Declan Rice, and he can shield that ball. He protects that ball better than every Arsenal player. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to get Miles' ball, you got to go through Miles. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we've been asking for it as fans, man. We've been asking for it as fans. But guess what? Arteta took his time. You know what I mean? He waited until everybody was just not remembering. And then he take his time, do it when everybody has forgotten about it. And then he takes all the credit. I think that's what he did. I'm just saying, I think that's what he did. But let's talk about Miles. Throwing into the game. You know what I mean? I mean, like, Arteta said he knew that he was ready. You understand what I'm saying? And he knew it was a risk because Miles haven't really played there all season. And to throw a kid in an important position like that in such an important game, he knew it was a risk. He said he know that if it worked, it would have been fantastic. But if it didn't, it would have been a disaster. You know what I'm saying? When I did the shot earlier on and I see the lineup and I did my shots and I said to Miles, take this opportunity, hold it with both hands. And I'm telling you, he held on to that. He held on to that. I think he held on to that so tight that he has to be in contention going into the Champions League game against Atletico Madrid. He has to. 100%. He has to. You know what I mean? That was a performance. You know what I'm saying? That well, remember, he was even a part of the first goal. Miles held down that midfield. He held it down. You know what I mean? Remind me of when Miles just break into the squad and we were watching him. You get me? Fantastic, man. Fantastic, fantastic. I don't want the chat to run away, leave me, so I'm going to catch up with some of the chat early. Matty said, first and foremost, Karki said MLS balling. MLS was a baller today, man. Baller, baller. Trossard was like the start of the season. Trossard, he played well today. Trossard did play well today. I must give that to him. I mean, like everybody was up to it today. It's like everybody knew their assignment. You know what I mean? The players that was not informed, you know what I mean? It's like they understand the assignment. They read, they went home, they study, and they came to the test and they sit and they fly past the test. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I saw today. It was fantastic. Arteta Choke said 3-0 City tomorrow to humble Arsenal optimist. Hey, Arteta, you on a different run today, man. You on a different run today. We need to talk about MLS in defense mid. Yeah, we just did that. So I guess I jumped the gun. Um, imagining oil Fulham has shown up. Okay. Arteta wanted this early in the season, but Calafiori been struggling to start. Hey, we're going to go to California when I finish read out this chat because I'm telling you, Arteta have a headache right now that I think it's welcome. You know what I mean? Very, very welcoming headache for him right now. You know what I mean? Look at the situation with Nkapie. Nkapie haven't put a foot wrong at all. Nkapie has been a stellar. Nkapie has been a pretty much in the last 3 games for me. Nkapie has pretty much probably been the man of the match. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't put a foot wrong at all. You know what I mean? But there's just this aura about California that brings such a difference to the team. You know what I mean? Nkapie is such a California is such a different player. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean, this chaotic, unruly, mischievous, but at the same time, warm, welcome. It, it, this place is like a mystery. You know what I'm saying? What the hell was Nkapie doing over on Saka position? Oh, what was he doing over the right wing? Way over on the right wing position. What was he doing over there? He was a center forward at one point. He was the wing, the left wing at one point. Bro, this this cauliflower, you know what I mean? It's something different. Trust me. Matty said Nkapie is starting on Tuesday, 100%. Well, let us see. Let us see. Is either we're gonna be defensive or we're gonna be attacking, one out of the two. So it depends on what Arteta going for. Depends on which one of them starts. So we will see. Definitely we will see. Michelle is in the building. Michelle said, good, you won. You could say congratulations, Michelle. It ain't gonna hurt you, you know. You know what I mean? Say congratulations. You know what I mean? You asked us to do a job. We did the damn thing. Now it's on to you. Let's see what you can do on Monday. Let's see. Okay? Let us see. Um, yeah. Well, Monday then. Monday then. Reluctant and Mr. Alfonso. Big up Reluctant. Good win, Reluctant. Great result for you. Great result for you too. Newcastle played some good football. You know what I mean? Newcastle played some good football, man. But we know Newcastle for that attacking threat that they bring. You know what I mean? That was some good football from Newcastle. People remember to like the chat when you jump in the chat, all right? Hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button. Uh so Michelle, I thought you would say bad you won. Yeah, that's Michelle playing on Monday. So let's see. Let's see if she gonna be this active on Monday. We want her to win. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We want her to win. Smith Rowe went down to ensure Arsenal kept the goal difference. So I'm happy. I'm happy that we kept a clean sheet, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy that we kept a clean sheet. And clean sheet was vital to us. You know what I'm saying? It was vital, vital. So that's two clean sheets in our last two games. You know what I mean? And that was vital to us. Um, Victor Yakares, people. Victor Yakares. This performance from Victor Yakares. Where have it been? Where? You know what I mean? I was looking at Victor Yakares' stats today. I think Victor Yakares is now at 21 goals in our competition. I think 13 or 14 goals in the Prim. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, for a player that we've been so hard on, you know what I mean? His first season, he's actually scoring some goals, you know. We didn't even realize that. Whether his goals want to come against some weaker team, it doesn't matter what's the situation. But he's a goal scorer. You know what I mean? He's on 21 goals for the season. Coming from the Portuguese league. His first season in the top flight. You know what I mean? And he's been under tremendous pressure because he was thrown in, he wasn't eased in. You know what I mean? It was not eased in, he was thrown right in because Kai Havertz got injured. You know what I mean? So he had to learn on the job. He didn't get a chance to adapt. He didn't get a chance to do that kind of stuff. He did not get a chance to adapt. You know what I mean? And I know we bought him because we wanted an elite striker, and he's taking his time getting there. You know what I mean? And we bought a Victor Yakares because we didn't want to wait on the time that he's taking to get there. You know what I mean? So that's some of the frustration that fans have, especially a fan like me, you know, because I'm saying, okay, we bought him to kickstart. We bought him to hit the ground running. You know what I mean? He didn't do that. So what was the purpose? Because you know what I mean. But I can tell you this much: is he may be progressing slowly, but he's getting there. The plays that I saw from him today, you know what I mean. I could see Victor Yakares channel. You know what I mean. Every time a Eze get the ball, a Saka get the ball, a Trossard get the ball, I can see his movements. You know what I mean. I'm in the kitchen cooking and I'm cutting up something. I'm like, Eze get the ball. I'm like, yo, Victor is going. Victor is going. Victor, pass it, pass it. Bro, I'm almost like the coach on the sideline. You know what I mean? Victor get the ball. I'm like, Victor, cut him, shoot, shoot. Buddy looking at me like, Chef, you okay? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I create my own atmosphere in the kitchen today. You know what I mean? I create my own atmosphere. I was at the game today, bro. I was at the game today. You get me? It was it was fantastic, man. Victor was awesome. You know what I mean? That goal, that Saka score. You know what I'm saying? Where he held up play and wait on Saka. You know what I mean? That Victor is learning on the job. That 2 months ago, a month ago, Victor wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? He probably wouldn't even know what to do. You get me? But is I think we're gonna have a beast next season. You know what I mean? I do think we're gonna have a beast next season. But big up Victor Yakares, you know what I mean? He was fantastic, fantastic today. You know what I mean? And all of that. Let me get into the chat because it wasn't Arsenal alone that played today. I know I'm running on about just Arsenal alone and all of that. Turbo in the building. Turbo said, why you never live stream during the game? Work, Turbo, work. I'm at work on the weekends when games are on. You know what I mean? During the week is a different story. But on the weekends when the games are on, I'm at work. Would have loved to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no worries. Yeah, Dennis said Victor Gyokeres isn't the problem; it's a lack of creativity. That wasn't 100% true. Victor Gyokeres was sort of some of the problem as well because his movements wasn't right. His movements is getting better. You know what I mean? I think in the beginning of the season, Victor Gyokeres was hiding. That's what I think. I think he was hiding at the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? I think he will run definitely behind the players or run with the players so they can run with him. Sorry, but this time around, he's losing his players. Yeah, so I'm saying Victor Arquez. Hey, does Victor Arquez look a little bit faster to you guys? Does he look like he's a little bit faster? I'm being real. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be funny. Does he look like he's a little bit faster? No, he look like he gained some speed. You know what I'm saying? It look like he gained some speed as well. But yeah. Um reluctant I want Tottenham to win Villa tomorrow. I don't even know what I want for that game, man. At one point, I want Tottenham to lose, but Villa irritates me, man. Villa irritates me. You know what I mean? But I don't want Tottenham to stay up. I don't want Tottenham to stay. Probably the best scenario for that game for me is a draw. I don't know. Yeah, Victor done well today. Real well, real well. Rajat said North London forever and ever and ever and ever. And ever and ever? Ever? Yes. Football nice again. Football nice again. Football nice again. That is it. That is it. Where is the city uncle with bottle? Where's the city fan that normally come in the chat? What's his name? Scott and all of them. Where they at today? You know what I mean? Where they at today? Can't troll today. They can't talk about no bottle and no tears. So, you know what I mean? I guess they stay away. You know what I mean? There's so much people staying away when Arsenal is on top. You know what I mean? When Arsenal is not on top, when Arsenal are going through a bad patch, this chat is full of Chelsea fans. Chelsea, you'd have thought it was a Chelsea channel, full of Chelsea fans. You know what I mean? And all of them are the persons circling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where is banter now? It's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. Uh, but yeah. Where is banter now about Gunners? They don't have nothing to say. You can't banter if you have nothing to say. You have to wait until you have something to say. So obviously they're gonna stay away. You know what I mean? That was a good header from Victor. Yeah, that was a good header from Victor. That was good. I mean that header was nice. Yeah, Victor, as I said, Victor is learning. Victor is learning on the job, man. I think Victor is doing well. And I mean he's been showing glimpses of it and all of that. So let's hope for the best for him. Let's hope Victor kick on from this and just be great. Fantastic. You get me? Uh West Ham battle it today. Spurs might not get relegated on. Let's see. Who's Spurs playing? Spurs playing Villa. So no. Villa might not make it to the Europa League final, so they might have to play some game tomorrow. You know what I mean? They might have to play tomorrow. Yep. Arsenal got West Ham next Premier League game. Yeah, we got West Ham on Sunday. Next week Sunday it is West Ham. You know what I mean? It is West Ham, and that's the only thing might to save Spurs. You know what I mean? And then they have Arsenal to tank. So if they win their game tomorrow, you know what I mean, they have Arsenal to tank for them staying up. They better be grateful. Just because we have our own agenda. Um Horrid. Horrib. Uh, you may talk, right? Yeah. It's a great win today. London is red. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. City will lose FA Cup and league both. They're playing Chelsea, man. There's not a guarantee that they're gonna lose no damn FA Cup. City playing Chelsea. Chelsea's crap. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea is crap. So yeah. Yakers just got back with his girlfriend. That says it all. Getting something. Yakers just got back. He's happy again. Happy again. Oh, so she's the problem. I see. I see. When is United game? Tomorrow? Michelle, you just the only time you bet against Liverpool, you bet for Liverpool is when Arsenal playing them. You weird. Not even gonna lie. You weird. Wolves pull off a draw against Sunderland. It's crazy, eh? Wolves pull off a draw against Sunderland. Bournemouth and Palace tomorrow. That's the first game. That's gonna be a nice game. That's gonna be a nice game. Second game is Manchester United versus Liverpool. And then Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know how much of these games I'm going to be able to see because the kitchen gonna be hot. Trust me. Monday, there's a game playing on Monday in the morning. Okay then. Chelsea, Nottingham Forest playing Monday in the morning for me. That's new. That's new. All right, back to the chat. Back to the chat. Wolves and Arsenal help Everton today. Yeah, Michelle. Hope you can help Arsenal tomorrow. We help you today. You help us tomorrow. What do you think? Yeah. Hopefully I can. I think I can come home and catch about the second half of that game on Monday. I might be able to catch the second half of that game on Monday, do a watch along. Because you know what I mean, we're very, very, very heavily invested in that game. You know what I mean? For the first time this season, go Everton. Go Everton for the first time this season. Sister barely managed to beat Burnley. Liverpool going to Europa League. Chelsea can't speak no more. They're ninth, disgraceful. Yeah, you done. You know Chelsea. They gonna come and be loud. But they gonna tell you that they're world champion. Yeah, I mean, you know them. They just like to. You know what I mean? Um, Tubby Martin. I haven't seen Tubby Martin in a long time. Big up Tubby Martin. Big up Tubby Martin. Villa will relegate Spurs. Let's see. Let's see. Villa not really playing nothing special right now. You know what I mean? Villa not playing nothing special right now. Yeah, Chelsea 3 p.m. on Monday, Everton 8 p.m. Yeah, so that's 9 o'clock for me and 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? Yeah. Uh the Chelsea finished 24 points behind us. Chelsea. Trust me. 8-2 world champs. Uh Xavi Simon is injured. Boring Arsenal. I hope y'all's win FA. I don't know what you're talking about. Next season, United farming. They farming everything, eh? Today was anything but boring. I don't know what they're talking about, man. Just don't have nothing to say, so they just say whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, MLS is a good ball carrier more than Zubman. They've been telling everybody that, man. Everybody have been telling that. You know what I mean? MLS is a good ball carrier, and he protects his ball very well. You know what I mean? For you to take MLS ball, you gotta fall in, bro. You gotta fall in. You know what I mean? So that's the situation. What's up with MLS? Martin Odegaard was not even on the bench. Is that a precaution or is injury occurring? But I mentioned Martin Odegaard not even on the bench just so I like the fact how Arsenal played well. And I mean, it was attack, attack, attack. We had a attacking frame of mind. You know what I mean? There was at no point this team was lagging or, you know what I mean, going back when they needed to go forward or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was a good attacking performance from Arsenal. I'm not saying that Odegaard is not good because Odegaard gonna come. If he's fit, he's coming right back in the squad. I know this. You know what I mean, if Odegaard is fit, we all know this. He's gonna come right back into the squad against Atletico Madrid. That's for sure. You know what I mean? But for right now, it wasn't here today, and it was a fantastic game of football. Let's see Odegaard response. Let's see how he responds when he come back because persons need to see and understand that they need to step up. You get me? They need to step up. That's what they need to see. You see, calafiori put in a shift today. Why? Because of how Nketiah was playing. Even even Madueke was determined to put in a shift today because of the trend that Saka set. You know what I'm saying? These are how we want these players to do, man. We want them to be competing inside the Arsenal team for competition's sake. You know what I'm saying? Compete with yourselves and compete with the opposition. You have two competition in one game. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah. Chad Green said, big win today. Massive, man, massive. And it wasn't only that, bro. It's not even just about the win, it's about the goal score. You know what I mean? 3 goals score. Right? I said it, you know. If y'all watch the shots, I said it. I said we need 3 points and we need 3 goals. And we got the 3 points and we got the 3 goals. Yes, I'm saying? Yeah, we got the 3 points and we got the 3 goals. So against Atletico Madrid, we're scoring two. We're going to the final. You know what I mean? We're scoring 2 goals against Atletico Madrid and we're going to the final. You get me? The goal scorer is going to be Victor Gyokeres and Saka. We might even score 3. Eza might join in on that too. You know, but yeah. Uh, do you think Arsenal can be champions of Premier League twice? I think if we win this one, I think we can set a a a, a, a hunger. You know what I mean? Because when you taste success, you know what I mean, you want more. You know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about the players either. I'm talking about the manager. I'm talking about the club. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the system, the whole surround system. When you taste that success, you know what I'm saying? You're going to want more, right? And in wanting more, you're going to need to invest and be better. And I think, yes, I think Arsenal getting over the line is what is needed to go on a trophy run. Just them getting over the line one time. You know what I mean? Just like Manchester City did after umpteen much years. You know what I mean? Just like Liverpool did after how long. Chelsea the same thing after how long. All of them was in a trophy drought, 40 years, 50 years, all of those. Those were how long those teams didn't win anything for. You know what I mean? But they won that one. And it caused a chain reaction for them. Just keep on going, wanting more. The club start dreaming big and they start buying good players. You know what I'm saying? They start spending and all of that, wanting more. And I think that's where we need to get at. I think if we get there, we will be fantastic. Just get over the line and trust me, we're going to create a atmosphere that's unreal. Like the performance we did today. The performance we did today created an unreal atmosphere at the Emirates. You know what I mean? It was. I don't think the players. Probably that's the reason. The players could have focused. I think. You know what I mean? Those players could have focused. But it was a fantastic day for football, for the Gunners. And we move on to the next. You know what I mean? We move on to the next. That is what's up. But yeah, um, fantastic. We're gonna do a live stream again tonight. You know what I mean? Where we're gonna go further in more details. We're gonna talk about the game some more. You know what I mean? And we've got to start looking forward to Tuesday as well. We're going to talk about the games, some of the games tomorrow as well. You know what I mean? And what it would mean for some of these teams to get relegated. You know what I mean? Teams like Tottenham that are staring down the barrel. Team like West Ham that lost today. You know what I mean? West Ham have been in the league for what, 14 years now? From they came up and all of that. So it's been a journey. You know what I mean? It's been a journey. And is this where it ends for them? I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that it's down. It's between one of these London clubs, West Ham or Tottenham Hotspur. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna pay the penalty. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna pay. So, what to say? Let's see what tomorrow bring. Tottenham have a tough game tomorrow against a Aston Villa team that wants to be somebody. So let's see if they can actually be somebody. Tottenham is still considered as a big six. Did I just say that out loud? Tottenham is still considered as a big six team. Imagine that. But yeah, they are. People, today is a rough day for me. I'm beat. Uh, our Cronky play Fulham. So we ain't Chelsea, man. We ain't Chelsea. We don't do the brown paper thing there. You know what I mean? No. No, no, no. Feed Gyokeres and see the best in him. UEFA Champions League will be the first team to win a golden UEFA Champions League trophy. Yeah. Fingers crossed. That's us. I want to see the boys challenging each other. That's what they need to do. You know what I mean? If they make this competition against themselves, they don't even have to compete against the teams. All they need to do is compete against themselves because none of my way should look at this and say, oh, guess what? I'm gonna destroy the wing today because guess what? Saka ain't coming on. Saka should look and do the same. You know what I'm saying? Nkape should be saying the same thing about calafiori. They should be over there competing against themselves. If they compete against themselves, they don't need to compete against the teams that they're playing because they'll just be sweeping them out. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, it's gonna be a fantastic. I'm looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to next season just for the very fact that I'm looking forward to the transfers that we're gonna have. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to winning the league and the Champions League. You know what I mean? And then see what gonna happen in the market. When you have trophies, you have power. So let's see what gonna happen when we get some trophies and decide to go into the market. Let's see who we can pluck out. You know what I'm saying? Ben White had a good game today, controlling his position very well. He had an okay game today. He had a better game today. You know what I mean? Ben White had a better game today for you. As I said, this is the first time probably I can say that Arsenal wasn't playing short of a man. Everybody turned up to play at some point. You know what I mean? This is what happened when Arsenal play with 11 players instead of 9 or 10. You know what I mean? They weren't short of no players today. Everybody turned up at some point, shape, or form. You know what I mean? And that's where that's what win us the game. You know what I mean? Coupled with the fact that we had the crowd as a 12 man. You know what I'm saying? So we were there. We were doing what we need to do. You know what I mean? It was an amazing atmosphere today. You know what I mean? From the moment that North London Forever sing before the game started, I could feel that it was different. Could feel the difference. I can feel the fans feed off the energy of the crowd. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's gonna be no different on Tuesday. I think we're gonna have that same energy on Tuesday and it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a fantastic Tuesday. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is it. That is it. So yeah, this is what I always tell people. When at the beginning of the season we were all happy, right? Every Arsenal fan was jumping for joy. Arsenal was playing fantastic football. You know what I mean? Set pieces, scoring, all sort of stuff. Beating up Bayern Munich, beating up Atletico Madrid. We're doing all of that. And then the results started falling. You know what I mean? The results started falling, and we started dropping points, we started dropping, and all of that. And all these fans like Brink Chuck and all of them, they were all here. You know what I mean? They were all here, they were bantering, you know what I mean? Bottle this, all sort of stuff they were going on with and all of that. And I started looking to situation and I'm looking to what they are trying to say. And I started to think, football is a sport that I grew up playing. You know what I mean? It's the only sports that I actually like. I'm an athlete. I was very good in every single sports, every single one of them. But football is the one that brings me joy. So it's the one that I choose to play and have fun with. And that's a key word right there. Have fun. I decided that I'm not gonna allow no outside influence to make my season go the direction that they want it to go. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sulk over Arsenal performance and wonder what gonna happen next week. You know what I mean? I will talk about it and I will wonder, but I'm not gonna sulk over it. You know why? Because I'm gonna enjoy the know that they're doing. The performance that Arsenal did leading up to where we are right now, I'm enjoying that to the fullest. I'm making sure I'm not gonna sulk over the situation that okay, they lost against Manchester City and the ties now up in the air. It's fine. I'm gonna be upset about the situation for that moment. But at the end of the day, we still have football to play. It is not done. You know what I mean? The league is not over. So for everything that we're doing now, I'm gonna enjoy it now. I'm not gonna allow anybody to not let me enjoy this experience that we're going through as an Arsenal fan. You know what I'm saying? It's a fantastic experience. We've been here for the second time in consecutive years in the Champions League semi-final. You know what I mean? And we've been knocking at the Premier League door for years now. You know what I'm saying? We haven't opened it yet, but hopefully this year is the year that we do it. And for the year that we're going to open it, hopefully this year, I want to make sure that I was there throughout the season, enjoying every single moment of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm up to. That's what I'm about. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. So nobody can come in the chat and tell me nothing about no bottling and we had the lead and we throw it away and blah, 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 and all of this. You know what I mean? The energy over here is different, man. Positive energy. You want a conversation, we'll do the conversation. You know what I mean? But there's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? Right now, it's not bantering. You know what I mean? Right now, it's not bantering. It's about the games. You know what I mean? It's all about the games. It's all about reasoning. It's all about questionnaires. You know what I mean? All about all of those stuff. That's what we're about right now with this football game. So yeah, fantastic win today by the Gunners. You know what I mean? And all of that. West Ham lost today, so the bottom of the league, the bottom half of the table is getting interesting. Let's see what Tottenham do tomorrow. If Tottenham draw tomorrow, they're still gonna be below West Ham. You know what I mean? Only a win can bring them above West Ham because they're 2 points behind West Ham. So let's see. You know what I mean? I'm feeling a draw from that game tomorrow. I'm not sure Tottenham will win that game. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? James Marshall in the building. I'm not gonna lie. You did what? I don't even understand what you're saying, so I'm not even gonna give that no energy. Sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah, so that's what our situation was going on, people. That's it. We look forward to tomorrow games now. You know what I mean? It's on to tomorrow games. You know what I mean? We're gonna see what they're doing. We're gonna see what they're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna see what Tottenham response is gonna be and all of that. So yeah, that is it. That is it. Fantastic game today. But people, as I said, it's not gonna be a long one today. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a short one. I'm beat. I'm beat. Um, James Marshall, nobody's apologizing to you, dickhead. You know what I mean? Nobody even see you. Just I like this because I just want to say it. That's all. All right? That's it. Um, oh, before I go, the women, Arsenal women, they lost today, man. They lost today against Leon. They lost 3-2 today against Leon. You know what I mean? So but big up the women, big up the Arsenal women, you know what I mean? They played fantastic to get where they're at. You know what I mean? They played really fantastic to get where they're at and all of that. So, you know what I mean? They're the defending champion as well. They're knocked out now and all of that. But you know what I mean? They brought us they brought us joy. You know what I mean? They brought us joy with the Champions League. So they were knocked out. So it's Arsenal. It's a main time to step up. You get me? It's a main time to step up. So let's see the men carry this one home. You know what I mean? And bring back some pride and joy to North London, to the Arsenal. You know what I mean? The ladies last year, the guys this year. Let's do the damn thing, fellas. Come on. You know what I mean? People, I'm out, you know. I'm out. I'm gonna run. Big up on the damn self. See you in the stream later on. You know what I mean? Yeah, make sure hit our notification, all right? Yeah, man, we do the thing later on again. Big up on the damn self. Peace.